Hello, good evening.
Hello,
Hello, Sangrio, good evening.
I'm,
How are you?
uh, I'm good.
Okay, you're good. That's great. So tonight is the continuation of our class. So are you ready to start?
Yes,
Okay. So let me share my screen now to you. Okay, so here is your book for tonight, and you are here now in Unit 4 of your book, where we will going to talk about a perfect match. Okay, so as you can see here in the picture, there is a girl and a dog. Okay, so let's try to have some knowledge about it. So as you can see here, there is a word which is animal shelter. Okay, so Songrio, an animal shelter provides home for abandoned animals. Okay, imagine you can bring home a pet from an animal shelter. What kind of pet or what kind of animal would you like? Okay, so once again, Songrio, animal shelter is a kind of an organization that provide home for abandoned animal or for those animal that doesn't have any home. Okay, and for example, there is a lot of pet in animal shelter. So what kind of pet do you want to have? Do you want to have some pet?
yes.
Okay, what kind of pet do you want to have?
Dog.
A dog. Okay, dog is also good. Okay, so let's try to have now this one. So you will be having 6 words to start this topic. So what is the first word? This one.
Shelter.
Okay, so shelter is a place where there is a lot of animal or people sometimes. For example, animal shelter. Okay, so shelter is a place or an animal shelter is a place that provides home for homeless animal. Okay, next one.
Owner.
Owner. Someone who owns something. Like you, if you will be having a pet, you are the owner of that pet. Next one.
Lloyd. Long.
Belong. Okay, belong. Next.
Deep.
Deaf. Okay, someone that cannot hear. Next.
Sign language.
A sign language. So sign language is a kind of language where they uses signs or they uses hands or gestures. Next one.
Adopt.
Okay, adopt is something that you will going to do to help animals. For example, you will going to adopt animals and that animal will going to be part of your family. That is adopt. Okay, so do you have any question?
No.
No. So those are the choices that you can have on this activity. So what do you think is the first picture?
Uh, adopt.
Okay, as you can see, there are some cages and different animals. What do you think is the word?
Uh, Shelter.
Okay, that one is a shelter. Very good. Okay, shelter. How about the second word? The second picture.
Uh, Deep.
Okay, deaf. Very good. Because the boy has an earring aid on his ear. Number 3,
Owner.
owner. Very good. 4,
Adopt.
very good. Adopt. 5,
Belong.
belongs. As you can see here, there are girls. Okay, and there is only one book. So this book belongs either of the girl, this one or this one. Now, how about number 6?
Sign language.
Okay, so how about you? Do you know sign language or do you know how to sign? Do you know how to use sign language?
No.
No? Okay, don't worry. So now, you all got the correct answers here. So let's try to move on now on this one or on this activity. So we need to circle the words here to complete the sentences. So let's start with one or first sentence.
That house is very beautiful. I want to meet the owner of the house.
Very good. Two.
I want to have a pet. I belong the the adult.
Okay, you are going to adopt because you want to have a pet. Three.
He was deaf in his right ear.
Very good. And number four.
I found a lost dog. I took her to the animal shelter.
Good job, animal shelter. Because if some dog lost or doesn't have any home, they should go on a animal shelter. Again, animal shelter is a kind of home that provides care and food to those animal that doesn't have any home or family. So we are all done here. Do you have any question?
Mm,
No. Okay, so let's try to have now the story about perfect match. Okay, so let's start with the first paragraph.
A new puppy arrived at the animal shelter, and its name was Emerson.
Mhm.
Its he was only 6 weeks older and very sick. What's more, he was deaf. The beds at the shelter looked after him. He was well again soon. Then the
Staff.
staff looked for a new owner for the puppy.
Okay, so as you can see here in the first paragraph, a new puppy arrived at the animal shelter. Okay, and what is the name of the puppy again? What is the name of the puppy?
Emerson,
Yes, he is Emerson. And how old is Emerson? 6?
6 weeks old.
Okay, so Emerson was only 6 weeks old. So it means that Emerson is really small because he is just 6 weeks old and he is also or he was very sick. What's more, he was also deaf. Okay, so Emerson is was very sick and deaf. Okay, because there is also some animals like dog that cannot hear or deaf. Next one, the vet at the shelter looked after him. And after that, he was well again or he became better. Then after that, the staff in the animal shelter looked for a new owner for the puppy or for Emerson. Okay, let's try to read the next one.
Nick about heard about Emerson. He wanted to adopt the puppy because he was deaf too. I think we will understand each other, he said, and they did. Soon Nick met Emerson for the first time. The puppy worked too late to Nick. Then he sat by his pet. They belonged together from the start.
Very good. So after that, Nick Abbott heard about Emerson and he wanted to adopt the puppy because Emerson or Nick Abbott was a deaf too. Okay, so the person who wants to adopt the puppy or Emerson was a deaf too. Okay, and he think that they will going to understand each other because they are both deaf. Okay, and they did. After that, Nick and Emerson meet for the very first time. And that's when the puppy walks straight to Nick. And that is the reason why they belong together from the start. So let's try to have the next paragraph for that. The last one.
Now Nick and Emerson live together. Nick is train, training
Okay, training.
training Emerson. He doesn't talk to his dog, of course. He uses sign language. Emerson already the sign for sit, lie down, stay and calm. Next, he will learn shake hands. Nick
Mm.
and Emerson are a perfect match.
Okay, good. So after that, after adopting Emerson, Nick and Emerson live together. Okay? And Nick is training Emerson because dog can train some tricks. Okay? But of course, Emerson doesn't talk to his dog because he is deaf. That's why he uses sign language to teach Emerson. Okay? He uses his hand or movements, not words. So the first trick that he learned was sit, lay down, stay, and calm. And next, Emerson will going to learn the sign for handshake or shake hands. So do you have any more questions here?
No,
No. So let's try to have or to discuss some words. Again, shelter is a place where animals can live and get food. Deaf, not able to hear anything. Owner, someone who owns something like a dog. Okay, adopt is this one. Can you read the word adopt or the meaning of the word adopt?
to take an animal also to charge into your homeland, look after him or for an age.
Okay, so adopt is to take an animal or a child. Okay, so meaning if an animal or a child or a baby doesn't have any home, you can take them and be part of your family. Okay? So how about the word sign language?
For language that uses hand movements, not words.
Okay, so sign language is a language that Nick uses to teach Emerson. Okay? Because Emerson can understand sign or sign language for sit, lay down, stay, and come. And soon he will going to learn the sign for shake hands. So let's start to move on now on the activity. So here you will be having the yes or no question first. Or Chris, let's start with one.
Does Emerson live at the animal shelter now? No.
Oh, very good because he live with Nick. Okay, number two.
Does Emerson understand sign language? Yes.
Yes, he is very good. Now, let's try to have the reading comprehension. So let's start with number 1.
Choose and light the main idea of the story. People should not abandon their pets. A different source or the copyright language. B.
Okay, it's B. So the story that we read is all about a deaf man who teaches a deaf puppy sign language. Now, how about the second question?
Uh, how old was Emerson when he arrived at the shelter? He was 6 weeks old.
Very good. He was 6 weeks old. Now, how about third question?
Why does Nick say I think we will understand each other? Because Nick and Emerson are both sick.
What is it?
Sick?
Sick?
I don't know.
Okay. It is something, their situation where they cannot hear. What is the word? The word start with letter D.
Deep?
Okay, because they are both deaf or they can't hear anything. Okay,
Okay.
let's have number 4.
Which threat doesn't Emerson know yet?
Okay, so which trick doesn't Emerson know yet?
He doesn't know the sign for language yet.
Language? No. Okay, because Emerson know the sign for sit, lay down, stay, and come. But he is still learning for this trick or for this sign. What trick is that? The last trick that he is learning.
I don't know.
This one.
Uh,
Shake,
shake, shake,
shake.
shake,
What is
shake
this?
hand.
Okay. So he doesn't know the sign for shake hands or handshake yet because he is still learning the sign for it. Okay.
Okay.
So any more question?
No.
No question. So let's try to have this one. So as you can see, we usually talk about people ages with B plus number or weeks, months, and years old. If like for example, Emerson was only 6 weeks old. And if someone asks you, how old are you? You can answer, I am, and your age. How old are you? Sangrio, how old are you?
I'm 14
Okay, I'm 13 years.
old.
Okay, you can answer that one. I am 13 years old. Okay, for example, here, Emerson was only 6, the number 6, and weeks old, something like that. Okay, and you also use this one, the number 13 years old. Okay, so let's try to answer this one. Choose the correct words for number 1. Okay, can you answer this one?
My daughter is 2 old
Okay, months.
months old.
Okay, months old because the first thing here is the number 2 and months, and the last one is old. Okay,
Um,
now
okay.
let's have number 2.
My grandfather father turned 90 years years old this
Very good.
month.
Very good. Years old this month. Good job. So let's try to move on now on this part. So here is the sequencing where we need to complete the map. So we need to put the missing word on the blank. Okay, let's start with one or the first sentence.
Emerson, a sick deep puppy, arrived at the shelter. Step looked for a new owner for Emerson.
Very good.
Nick about on Diff man found out about Emerson.
Mhm.
Nick adopt,
Adopted.
adopted Emerson. Nick is training
Mhm.
Emerson using sign language.
Very good. So all done here. So that is the sequencing or the step-by-step situation that happened on this story. So let's try to move on now on the step 2 where you need to read and number in order to retell the story to your partner. So which one is the first one, the second one, and the third one? Which one is first?
Yeah. Emerson, a sick deep puppy, arrived at the shelter.
Very good. Next one. 2.
The theft looked for an ill owner and did about on deep man adopt, adopted Emerson.
Okay. Last.
Nick is training Emerson using sign language.
Okay, very good. So here we are all done. So once again, what is the name of the puppy? What is the name of the puppy?
Emerson,
Okay, Emerson. How about what is the name of the person who adopted Emerson? What is the name of the person who adopted Emerson? Or who adopted Emerson? Who adopt Emerson? What is the name of the person who adopt Emerson? So Emerson is the puppy, right? So who adopt Emerson?
Eric,
Okay, who is it?
Eric, and Nick.
Okay, it's Nick Abbott. So Nick Abbott is the one who adopted Emerson. Okay, so what is the similarities of Emerson and Nick? Okay, Morrison. Emerson. What are the similarities of Emerson and Nick? They are both what?
Deep.
Okay, they are both deaf, or the similarities of the two are they are both deaf. So how about Nick is training Emerson some trick using sign language. Okay, so what are the trick that Emerson know? What are the trick that Emerson learned from Nick?
And so
The
shook
trick.
hands,
Uh,
shake hands.
okay, shake hands. What else?
Uh, I don't know.
Okay. Sit,
Sit.
lay down, calm, and stay. Right?
uh,
Those are the four tricks that he learned, but he is still learning for the trick or sign for shake hands or handshake. But we are already done here. So do you have any more questions, Rio?
No.
No, okay. So now let's try to move on with the next one here. So here, oh wait for a moment. Where is it? The sixth. So next one, we will going to know about, or we will going to learn about smartphone manners. So how about you, Rio? Do you have a smartphone?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So here, as you can see, a lot of children have access to a smartphone. And here is the chart showing what they do on a smartphone and what do you do with your smartphone. Okay, so here, most of the children do text messaging. They also download apps, playing games, accessing website, and live video calling. So how about you? What do you do or what are the things that you do with your smartphone? Do you also do text messaging? What are the things that you do with your smartphone?
Mm,
Do you play games with your smartphone or using your phone? What is it?
No.
No. Oh, so what do you do with your smartphone?
The message.
I sent message. Okay, what else?
Um,
How about do you watch videos or do you watch movies with your smartphone?
yes.
Yes, okay. So you do send messaging and watching videos or movies with your smartphone. Okay, thank you. So here we will be having six words for this one. Okay, so what is the first word?
Communicate.
Very good. Next.
Teenager.
Good. This one?
Mm.
Good. Good. Next.
In ignore.
Very good. Ignore. This one?
Stay in touch.
Very good. And
Face to face.
very good. So communicate is something that you do if you are talking to other people. Rude is not being nice to other people. Okay? Stay in touch, like if someone is far from you, you can stay in touch with him by calling him or video calling someone. And face to face is like you are talking to people face to face or in person. But we will be having those words again on our next class. So we are done for tonight. Before we end, do you have any question?
No.
Okay, so thank you for tonight, Song Rio. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye.